Hi, afternoon everyone. Do broadcast first, then dailies, and then Sundays. But each section will just be 10 minutes. Obviously, we did media last night, so not a lot to talk about. Gareth, do you want to start?
Afternoon, Antonio.
Afternoon.
Can I first of all just have your reaction, because it's shocked a lot of people, the news that Arsene Wenger, after 20 plus years, is going to step down from Arsenal, step down from English football. Can I get your reaction to that, please?
My reaction. I think we must pay a great tribute to Arsene Wenger for his career. Yeah, for his career in Arsenal. Him and Ferguson. We are talking about the last two managers to stay for such long time in a club. Arsene Wenger. I worked 22 years for Arsenal. I think that it's great. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic story. He won a lot with this club, and for this reason, I think that he deserves a great tribute for his career.
Can I ask, maybe on a footballing sense, what his influence has been? Because he spanned such a long period of time and so much has changed in many aspects of football. What would you say his greatest influences were on modern football?
Yeah, I think Arsene is one of the managers that they have a great influence in football, because in every moment in his idea of football, he tried to play good football, to play a creative football, an offensive football, and I think that he deserves a great tribute also for this.
Can I ask as well, just maybe how important is it? I think you alluded to in your first answer, just the influence he's had and the importance of a tribute. Just how important is it that he is given a good tribute? Because obviously the crowds have been asking for Wenger to, some parts of the crowds have asked for Arsene Wenger to leave. The crowds haven't been great in recent weeks, but just how important is it the man is given the respect that he deserves?
But he deserves great respect not only Arsenal support, but I think for the whole world of football, he deserves great respect. I repeat, we are talking about one of the best managers in the world, with a great and important career with Arsenal. Yeah, I think he deserves a great tribute for his career. Yeah, and it will be very difficult to see in the future another manager to stay for such a long time in the same club. Yeah, I think maybe Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, they were a really good story for football. Yes, I think now it will be very difficult to see again another situation like this.
I'm sure my colleagues will probably want to ask some other questions about Arsene Wenger, but if I can move on with Chelsea. Just after the result last night, back-to-back wins, how much do you see the possibility of a top four finish now becoming more of a reality? Do you feel there's momentum towards chasing down that fourth place?
There is always an important gap between us and Tottenham. And we are talking about 5 points, and there are 4 games to go. It won't be easy. Also because you depend of the other result. In this case, Tottenham result. And at the same time, you have to try to get 2 points in every game. But the only way that we have to keep an hope until the end, to try to to play with the same desire, with the same will that we showed yesterday against Barnsley, and in the second half against Southampton. Maybe with this desire, with this will to fight, with this will to reach a good result, I think we have one possibility. Yeah.
You started with Morata and Giroud up front last night. Firstly, how pleased were you how those two worked together? And maybe also, have you spoken to Alvaro after? Obviously, hugely pleased about being substituted, what footballer is, but maybe just a reaction to him being substituted as well.
But Alvaro was angry, not for the substitution, but for the chance that he missed during the game. Yeah, and it's normal when you are a striker, you want to score, you want to improve your confidence, and the only way to do this is to score. But for me, it's not the same, because yesterday I was very pleased for Giroud performance, for Morata performance. It was the first time to play with the two strikers with this characteristic. In the past, for many reasons, it wasn't possible to try these options. But now I know that I have this option, and could be a possibility for Sunday's game to play with the two strikers or for the future, because I know that we have this option, especially if you see these two players to work so hard during the game, with the ball and without the ball.
A final question from me. Antonio, 100 games in charge. I think when presidents and prime ministers do their first 100 days in charge, they're asked an assessment of their time. How would you assess your first 100 games in charge?
I must be honest, and I don't like the stats, and only yesterday after the game I knew that it was my 100 games with Chelsea. Yeah. My desire is always the same. My desire is to try to win every game. This is my mentality. Yeah, I have a winning mentality, and I try to transfer the winning mentality around the people that work with me. Yeah.
Another 100 games, perhaps.
But as you know very well, as I said before, it's very difficult, no? And to in the past, you could have a story like Wenger story, Ferguson story. In the present, in this football, you must live the present, because you don't know what happened tomorrow, not today. Yeah. Okay.
Why do you think that is, Antonio, that the game has changed so much, where you now can't see a manager staying for, well, even for 5 years, let alone 22 years?
Yeah, to stay for such long time and to work with the same club for such long time, I think is not simple. It's not easy. To imagine myself to stay 22 years in the same club, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to give an answer at this question. But for sure, you must feel the right sensation to continue to work for such a long time with the same club.
We've spoken about you playing the two up front last night. What was the thinking behind that? What made you do that? 'Cause obviously it hasn't happened, certainly at this club or anywhere really, to play two up front for some time. So what made you now move to that?
No, I think our target, the first target was to bring more players in the box. And sometimes when we play with only one striker and two number 10, we have difficulty to fill the box, to become very dangerous when we go with Moses or yesterday with Emerson to cross, because a lot of time we have only one player, two players to fill the box. And instead with two strikers, I think you fill the box better. You have the possibility to hold the ball better than another player with other characteristics. Yeah, but in my past, I almost played with the two strikers. Then when you arrive in a new club, then you have to adapt yourself with the players that you have and to try to find the best solution for your team. And it happened this in Chelsea, but I like a lot to play with the two strikers, and my past speaks very well, because often I always played with the two strikers. One with different characteristics, but two strikers. Yeah.
And it's funny for me, is there extra motivation this season in the FA Cup, given what happened last year in the final, for you, for the players?
In every case, we must have always a great motivation to finish the season as strongly as possible. Yeah, in every case. Now we have this opportunity, first of all, to play at Wembley for the second time in a row. We have the possibility if we can to win the game against Southampton, to play an important final for the second time in a row. Yeah. And then we have to try. We have to try to do our best and to try to finish in the best possible way this season. That for many reasons we struggled.
Liam, please.
Antonio, what did you make of Emerson's performance last night? It was the first chance many people had to watch him in this Chelsea team. And do you think he's physically ready to maybe start on Sunday if needed?
In this moment, it's very difficult to answer at this question, because, as you know very well, Emerson didn't play many games, and I think yesterday he played a really good game, defensively and offensively. For sure, offensively, I think that he must be more propositive, and to try to have more 1v1, and to because he has this characteristic. We are talking about a young player with a really good prospect for Chelsea. I have 2 days. To make the best decision for Sunday's game, to understand who are the players that they recovered after yesterday's game, and then to make the best decision. For sure, he's in contention for Southampton's game.
Okay, Nizar, last one, please.
Timothy Bakayoko came back into the team. He didn't play very much for the past few months. Just wanted to know how you felt he coped with, being reintroduced into the team.
But he's the same. Like Emerson. We are talking about a young player, and in this season I think he struggled a lot. But yesterday he played very well, with great focus, with great concentration. I think with a good quality. Maybe when we play with 3 midfielders, is better. It's better for him because he has the possibility to attack the box, to fill the box, and yesterday don't forget that Pedro's performance. It was the first time to play as midfielder, and I think he played very well, and he showed that he can play in this role with great quality, with the great stamina. Yeah, but yesterday I think I'm very pleased for the whole team because I saw a team spirit, and I think this is very important to try to finish this season in the best possible way.
Last question.
Like to ask you if you put
In Italy.
Can I go with in Italy?
Yeah, only one.
Just one, just joking. Volevo chiederti se hai messo il cellulare silenzioso per evitare le telefonate alla moglie?
You can make one mistake. Then, if you repeat the mistake, it means that you are stupid. Yeah.
And the beard
I'm
is
not
for
stupid.
And the beard is for your wife?
No, but the problem that my wife called me because she had a physical problem. Yeah, and but we have solved it with the medical department.
Because you said the bird was because your wife wanted your bird. Tua moglie voleva la barba. È per quello adesso.
Oh, but I'm so focused to finish the season in the right way that sometimes I forget to cut my beard. But this is not a big problem.
Okay, thank you guys. Cameras off, please. We'll move to Risson. Thank you.